Before this video begins, go ahead and subscribe and click the bell because I know you won't want to miss what I upload next. And while you're at it, like and share this video, and if you do, you have officially joined the Lion Pride. Hey guys, what's up? It is Lion, and I am here with my brother,
Brandon.
and today we're going to be talking about Godzilla vs. Kong the movie. Okay, so first we're going to talk about the human story. So that's the part that I've talked to a lot of people, and that's the part that nobody likes. Like, everybody watches it. They're all like so far I've been talking to people, they're all like, oh, the human story sucks. Like, I just want to see fucking Godzilla fight with the freaking monkey
King
already.
Kong, yeah.
Everyone
No
wants
one
to
really
see.
cares about the human story that much.
Like, what is Millie's name? What's-
Amy.
What, her name is not Amy. See, nobody even gives a shit. They're not memorable. It's like freaking Stranger Things. Everyone knows her name is 11. This show, this movie, everyone calls her. Nobody knows her name. Everyone just calls her Millie.
I think it's Amy.
It's Madison Russell. That's her name in the freaking show. The only good character, I think, is like the little girl when she does like because she talks with Kong. That's the only like good.
But what's
part.
her name?
Dude, I forgot too. I don't even know her name. I just know that she's the little girl that does that.
Me
hand,
too.
And she's deaf. But like, and I really like how like the funny jokes, how they try to be funny with like the coward joke and stuff,
movie.
like the sign language. So that was kind of funny, but most of it is not really like, cause like the villain, the guy, the boss, like the guy that makes. We'll talk about him later. The guy that makes him, he's like, I don't even know the villain's name for that dude. I just know he's a rich guy. What the heck?
And that her daughter's like a spy, and he was like spying with the King Kong people.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Like, other than that, I do not like that. Okay, so now we're moving on with who the main characters are. So, who do you think is gonna be the main character?
I think it's gonna be King Kong because they mostly show him more.
Yeah, I think it's Kong, because like Godzilla, he comes out at first and he's just like destroying everything, and nobody's all like, why? They're all like thinking why. Well, now we know why, but like in the beginning, like from the trailers, everyone just thought, oh, he's evil. Like, why is he evil and stuff? So Kong like seems to be like the main character, because we're gonna talk about this right now. Nah, actually, we're gonna talk about this right now. We're gonna talk about that he goes into the Hollow Earth. Basically, we see like Kong's journey. He goes into the Hollow Earth and he finds like these statues of Kongs, and he even finds an axe, a weapon. He's like, Thor. It's all cool.
And he finds like a big chair.
Yeah, he finds like a throne, and it looks so badass. But yeah, he's been fighting like Godzilla and all that for a long time, and yeah, they've been fighting each other like for a lot of generations, like their parents. I don't even know how that makes
Their
sense.
grandparents, they said.
Grandparents, yeah, that doesn't even make sense. I guess they're always alive. They're older, because like in the other Godzilla movies, they made Godzilla with like bombs and stuff. And this one, he was just always born. He was like a dinosaur. They're like dinosaurs, and even Kong. And they even say that Skull Island was like a part of the place. It just went up in the air and it went to Earth. So yeah, King Kong just wanted to go back. So now we're gonna talk about the rounds. So how many rounds do you think there were?
I think in the trailers, it looked like they were like in 3 rounds. But in the real movie, they actually did 2 rounds.
Nah, I think they did 2. Yeah, I actually agree. They did 2 rounds, because I know okay, so I'll tell you, I wanted Godzilla to win and my brother wanted Kong to win. That did not happen. Obviously, we already know what happened. So the first round, I would call it the water fight, the boats, when they're in the boats. Like, we see good fights. Obviously, we already know who wins the water fight. Like Godzilla,
Yeah, Godzilla wins.
just like beat his ass. Like,
But
the only reason, I'm sorry. Yo could go after this, but the only reason Godzilla freaking didn't kill him was because they pretended that he was dead. That's the only reason why Godzilla just didn't kill Kong there. Because if they didn't pretend, boom, he kills Kong, movie's over. Like, it's fucking done. Like, he kills Kong. So good. We could talk now.
So, and it was dumb because the humans had Kong tied, and they weren't untying him when Godzilla was there. So Kong was getting drowned in the water too.
Yeah, that was actually kind of dumb. Like I was like, just let him go, dude. Why do you bring him in? Like Godzilla's coming out, you're gonna leave him chained. I mean, he was gonna lose anyways, but like in the beginning of the fight, he was still chained. Like for the until like the humans start dying, they were about to like die in the ship. Then they're like, okay, take off the chains. But they were just being messed up to Kong. I don't even know why. Supposedly he was the protector. Okay, so the second round, I would say, is in the city. Like after he like Godzilla like shoots down the earth, like the hollow earth, and then he opens like the world, and then King Kong pops up.
With the axe, and they're like,
Yeah, and they fight each other. They say the main characters, they say, oh, Kong wins the round 2 and shit. No, that's not even the end of the round. Like that's like the middle. That's not even like the real round. I don't, because they fought and they both got hit each other with the axe and like the atomic breath. They both hit each other and they both knocked each other out.
Yeah.
Nobody even took that round. And anyways, Kong just stood up and he's like, oh, Kong won that round. But then like 2 seconds later, Godzilla stands back up and then they fight again. So it doesn't even count as who won the round. Because we find out later that Kong fucking loses and he gets
all his like
he gets scratched. Everything like he's like weaker. Everyone knows now. After this fight, Kong just can't beat Godzilla. He just loses so bad. And then he even starts like Kong beats him so hard that he stops, like his heart is going he can't breathe.
Because Godzilla was like squeezing his heart on the floor and he was like, oh.
Yeah, Godzilla was super strong, dude. And the one thing I will say about this movie is that they did it right. Like the fights, like it is so cool.
Beautiful.
So beautiful and cool. Like it looks really realistic. Like the cities are fake. And I didn't even know that until I like saw like I was like searching up some things about the movie and I found out, oh, the buildings are fake.
And I was like, what?
And it makes sense because there was like one of the cities was like light ups like Tron and stuff. Like it was all like neon like lights and stuff.
Yeah,
like
they all
TikTok
were
lights
like
and all
lighting
that.
up.
Yeah, like all those things. So it looked cool and I was like, how did they do that? But now we know it was like fake and stuff. But yeah, we see the fights. That's the one good thing. It's not like other movies where like, oh, they only fight for a little bit and then they team up against someone, which that actually does happen. They end up teaming up against Mecha freaking Godzilla. He comes out in this movie at the end, which everyone knew. Like we saw the trailer, Mecha Godzilla came out, everyone was like, oh, they're gonna team up and fight Mecha Godzilla. The good thing is that Godzilla and Kong did fight a lot. Like there were a bunch of fights. Like you gotta see like Kong, like I really like the part where Kong was like trying to open Godzilla's mouth when they're fighting because
breaking his face,
like trying to open his breaking his face, like because in the old movies and stuff and even the remake of King Kong, he kills like the skull crawlers by like ripping their head. So it was cool trying to see Kong, like the first thing he's doing to Godzilla is going like
and it's kind of funny. Godzilla's trying to make him not do it.
Godzilla is like strong. Yeah, and everyone's like, oh, Godzilla is weak because he has little arms and stuff, but like we see even without the breath, because King Kong was like juking Godzilla to not do the breath. Because Godzilla, you could tell he wanted to do the breath, but King Kong was just like, nope, I'm not gonna give you the chance. He kept punching him in the face every time. So Godzilla, we see Godzilla even hit Kong, and you could tell that even by just being strong, by just using his like muscles and stuff and kicking him, Godzilla is still stronger than Kong, that's good for me.
And my favorite part is when Godzilla is stepping on his heart and he screams at Kong in his face, and it's just hilarious.
Yeah, so they fight Mechagodzilla, which we all knew, and I wanted to see Mechagodzilla versus Godzilla in their own movie. Like maybe at the end they could have seen like Kong win, and then at the end of it they could have made Godzilla pop out and say to be continued or something, and then they could have made it its own movie. Like they could have had Godzilla get clapped at the end by Mechagodzilla, and then the next movie could have had Kong again. Kong and Godzilla team up, and then that would have been cooler. Because the last fight, it's Mechagodzilla. When you think of like the enemies he fights, you think of like Ghidorah, Kong, Mechagodzilla. Like those are like the most popular like villains that Godzilla fights. So like for him to just be like at the end of the movie, it kind of made me a little bit kind of mad because it was like the fight was like tired Kong that barely came up alive from almost dying, and then beat up Godzilla too. He was kind of beat up too, and they were both. It was like freaking Goku and Frieza fighting Jiren, like when they're all tired. Like that's so dumb. They should have at least waited more for them to get energy. Like it would have been cool that they dipped, but like I guess another part of the movie I like that it did feel fast. It didn't feel like long, because some movies they take too long and it gets boring. Like you're just like, oh, it's boring, it's taking too long. Yeah, and this fight
Was
this
good.
movie, I mean, this movie, it just kept going along and along. Like the humans went and it was fast paced and it would just keep going until the fight, and then it would do more human. It didn't get slow, like it didn't get boring. They would keep moving fast, and we wanted to see the fights. We got the fights, we got everything. So
My favorite part was when Mechagodzilla like killed the old man.
oh yeah, like his brain fried. Oh yeah, that was cool actually. Yeah, but like that was stupid. Like who tries to control, like the Mechagodzilla did not make sense. But you know, nothing in Godzilla makes sense because it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a fake world and everything. It's not supposed to be a real world because like Mechagodzilla was made by aliens, like fucking aliens. Like they came Mechagodzilla and they made Mechagodzilla.
Another question was how the hell did no one knew that big like city, like that big building where they were making Mechagodzilla?
Yeah.
It was huge.
Yeah, it was actually huge. It was like freaking Area 51, and there was only one person, which was he was one of the humans that was with like Millie and stuff. But like everyone else, they're like, why is Godzilla destroying everything? Like the news, like, why is Godzilla attacking? Is he a villain now? And I'm like, bro, don't you see this giant freaking wall? Like this giant like place that's clearly maybe has a robot Godzilla or a Megazord or something like that.
Something was like powerful.
So yeah, that's why the human story is kind of like whack. Nobody really cares about it. It's just stupid. But like for like how they make Mechagodzilla, like Godzilla movies. If you see Godzilla movies, you're a fan of Godzilla, they do a way more random bullshit stuff. So if you like Godzilla and you're used to like all this like bullshit that they just pull out of their ass, like, oh, they freeze Godzilla and stuff. Oh, a little kid is like dreaming about Godzilla, like baby Godzilla fighting a bully and stuff. You're gonna like this movie. But if you actually just wanna see the human characters, this is not the movie. Like I said, you're not gonna like this movie. You should only like this movie, judge the movie, not by the acting. You
By
should
the fighting.
Yeah, you should just judge it. It's like Dragon Ball, just like they're fighting, it's cool. That's the movie.
I'll rate this movie out of 10, out of 1 out of 10. I will rate it an 8 because it's actually beautiful and perfect. We wanted the fight. We knew who wins. It just that in the end they had to team up on Mechagodzilla. But we all know the real winner was Godzilla, and Godzilla's still undefeated. He's still the king of the monsters. But I love it. It's just good. It's not like the other movies how they fight one round and then they just like they make it a tie.
Yeah, that does a good thing because there actually is a winner in this movie. But like, so I'm gonna be rating this movie 8 out of 10 too, because this movie was good. I think the human story could have been better. Like the characters could have been like more better. Like we could have remembered their names and they could have been like more interesting and stuff. But the good thing is that the story wasn't bad. Like it wasn't like, oh, it's so boring. Like they suck. Just skip. You're just like, okay, we're just seeing this just to know what's gonna happen next, because they were like talking, so we understand the story.
They're explaining it too.
It was mostly for that. And the little girl, yeah, like I said, I like that. Like out of all the movies of the monsters, I think that little girl in Kong, that was good. I love seeing that. Maybe we should have another movie with Kong where him and the little girl go on like on an adventure or something. I don't think so because Kong does not have that many enemies. Godzilla does, so we're gonna see Godzilla versus more monsters, more everything. So I feel like it's good that they made Godzilla win, because Godzilla has way more enemies. Like, what's Kong gonna do after he beats Godzilla?
He's
like,
gonna be a king.
Who is he gonna do? Who is he gonna fight?
No one.
Like, you gotta think about it. Like, the companies, Legendary, they're not gonna make any more movies after that because King Kong just doesn't have any more like opponents. He doesn't fight anybody. What is he gonna do? Fight skull crawlers? That's what he did in Skull Island.
What is he gonna do? Fight a mega King Kong?
Yeah, but that's not even real. They would just pull something out of their ass. So yeah, like the next movie you could see a baby, because we learn too. They grow up. It's been generations. Kongs and Godzillas always fight, so it'd be cool to see a baby Godzilla. Maybe Manila, we could finally get him. In Legendary, we could get a good version of him, because I want to see him, but not a trash version, like a good version of him. And they actually continue the story of the kid Godzilla and make them fight Space Godzilla, because there's a Space Godzilla, the ones that the aliens made. We could see like other ones like Mecha King Ghidorah. That's a thing, Mecha King Ghidorah. We could get a rematch because they made Mecha Godzilla with Ghidorah's skull, so they could make maybe if they get all 3 skulls of Ghidorah, maybe they make a Mecha King Ghidorah again. But yeah,
that'll be interesting.
Yeah, so this movie, yeah, like we said, 8 out of 10. Really good movie. If you want to see a lizard, a freaking Curious George fight a Barney, you're gonna get that, and it's gonna be sick. If you watching it for the humans, you're not a real fan. The only reason you should want to watch this movie is if you just want to see them fight, like 2 giant monsters fight. If you want to see the humans, you're an idiot, dude. This is not the movie for you. Do not watch it.
It's the movie between some character and versus the other character of
Yeah.
them fighting.
And the good thing is that I heard that a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Godzilla, why does he always fight in the night? Why is it always like when it's dark?" And now he is finally like fighting with King Kong in the day, so you could see like everything, like all the details. Everything is so
Except
good.
for round 2.
Oh yeah, it's in the night, like a little bit.
But then they're like fighting so long that it becomes day.
Yeah. Actually, didn't even notice that. Yeah, it becomes day. I'd like to know your ideas and opinions and everything down below. Like this video if you liked it. If you don't agree with me and you think, "Oh, this movie is trash," dislike it, comment, everything.
We just want to know your opinion.
Yeah. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.